what we will see is Python list. So now I will create a new program here, that is list.py. So what are lists in Python? So list is a collection of items, like list of items consisting list of information or data. Like you use array in C, C++. In that you have to specify the similar single data type. But in list you can specify the items of different data types. So let's see the list by making the program. So I am writing here the list of the food items. So I will write here food equal to, because this is a variable name, and then in between these square brackets I will write my list. So for writing list elements, first of all we use here double quotes for the string values, and for that first of all I will write a food item. Let me write a burger because it is favorite of many people. After that I will also write here any other food item, cheese. So I will write here cheese. Cheese is a food item, so it is being replaced here, I think, cheese. Yes. And any other food item I can write it here, like so I had written here bread. So this is our list. So this is a collection of items that are in the list. So now let's print this list. So I will now print this list by writing here food, and now let's see our list. So you can see it here how it is printing. So it will print the list like this: burger, cheese and bread. So now let's see the another concept of list, that is if we want to add the multiple things in the list, like I'm writing here just my list, name of the list is my list, the another list. Here I can also write not only the items like string, we can also write the numbers also, integer values also, float values also. Like first of all I had written here hello, now I had written here, no, let us make it like that. I had written here Sahil, my name, and then I will write here my age, that is 20, and then I will write the name of any other person like ABC, and then its age, that is 25. So what is this? It is a collection of two different data types. So let's see what is prints. So let me print it like here my list. So now let me run this. So it is printing properly Sahil, then 20, and then ABC, and then 25. So what you have to do is, if you are specifying the integer value here, then you don't have to write it in the double quotes or single quotes. You can write it in single quotes also here, the character value, the string value, but not integer value. So you can see it here. You can work like this also. So this is the concept of list here. So now let's use some methods on the string to see how the string works. Like if we want to sort the string. So for that, first of all, let me create a list of the numbers, num list, and then I will create the list, that is 10, 50, 20, 40, 11, 25, 80, and 90. Now if we want to sort the list, then what we will do? I will write here the num list, the name of the list, and then sort method, that is sort. What it will do, it will just sort the list. Now let's print this list. So I will print this list. Let's see it is printing it by sorting it or not. So first of all, let me print this without sorting, and then after sorting. So let's play it. So without sorting, it is printing it like this, like I had written it 10, 50, 20, and after sorting it is printing it by sorting it properly. So you can see it here. By using this sort function, you can print the list by sorting it. So let me write here functions of list. So these are not limited functions like you had seen it here, string functions. I had just shown few functions to you. There are a lot of functions of the string also, and lot of functions of this list also. So how you will find them? You will just go to Google and you will just see the concept of that. Like I will see list in Python, or I will see list functions in Python. Functions in Python, not function. So you can see there are so many functions here. So you can see it is sort, type, append, extend, index. There are so many functions. 15 functions here shown here, and more functions will be there. You can see it on the internet. So let me show you one more function here. If you want to reverse the string, like this string is printing like this 10, 50, 20, 40, 11, 25, 80, and 90. Now if you want to reverse it, then what you will do? So let me reverse it here only, like numList.reverse. This is the function that will reverse the string. So let me print this string again here, one time here and one time here before reversing it. So let me write it neatly here, list before reversing, and I will write it like this here also, that list after reversing, and here I will write here list after sorting. So I will write here after sorting. So now let's see what will happen. So you can see it. List before reversing was like this, and a list after reversing is like this. Let me remove this S. So let me run this again. So list before reversing is like this, and after reversing it is reversed, and after sorting it is like sorted list. So like this you can use multiple functions on the list, and you can also work on the list. So this is all about the list, and now let's see some slicing of the list also. Like we have sliced our strings, so let me write as slicing of list. Slicing of list. So we will slice the list now. So for slicing of the list, first of all, let me copy this num list here. I will just do some edit in that. I will edit it like this. I will remove these things, and now we will start slicing it. So if you want to slice it from here to here, so what we will do, num, and then we will use this 0 and then 4. So let's see how much it is sliced. It is sliced till 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. It is showing us only 4 items from 0 to 4. It will ignore the last index and it will show till this 0, 1, 2, 3. So if you only want the 0 part, then you will do like this. It will only show you the 0th part of that. So similarly you can slice it more. So you can also try it by your own. You can just pause the video and try it by your own. Like I am slicing it, you can also slice it. If I will just specify this thing, then what will happen? Let me write here num. Now let's run this. So you can see nothing will happen. It will just print it as it is accordingly, like it is printing it like this without this. So this will print it as it is accordingly. And if I will use it like this, you can see it here. I will write 1 before this colon, and now I will print it. So it is showing me 20, 40, 11 and 25. Mean to say that it is skipping the first part of that. 0th part is skipped and it is starting from 1. And if I want to skip it from third one, so I will write here 3. So it will skip the 0, 1 and 2 part and it will start from 3 here. So let me see, it is starting from 3. Yes, it is starting from third part. That is 0, 1, 2, 3. So 11 and 25 are printing. So like this you can also slice it and skip it. So if I am using like this, so it will skip nothing. And one more thing I want to tell you, let me show you here. That is this one, double colon. If I will use a double colon, then what will happen? Now let me run this. So after specifying double column, it will show you nothing. But if you will use something else here, like this, here too, after that double columns. So what it is doing, 50, 20 and 40. It is not showing you 11 and it is not showing you 20. So what it is doing, it is skipping the things after 2 positions, like 0, 1 and 2. First position it is printing, and then after that another position it is skipping the thing. So like that also you can skip the things here in the list. So this is how we can do the slicing of this. And other than that, we have one more function of that we will use here. Let me print here the maximum. So I will write here max of the num list. So if we want the maximum of this num list, then what will printed here? It will be printed as 90. Let's see 90 is printing or not. So let me see above. Yes, 90 is printing, but let me write it neatly here. Maximum equal to and comma, and now let's see, is printing 90 or not. Yes, it is printing maximum equal to 90. So it is printing 90 here. So you can see we can also print the maximum, and other than that we can also print the minimum here. We will write a min. So minimum of the list will be also printed here. Minimum of the list, let's see what is the minimum. It will be 10, I think so. So yes, minimum is 10 and maximum is 90. By using these functions we can print this. So now you come to know about the list also, and its functions also, and its slicing also. So now you had seen these things. We can do more things with the list, like manipulating the string. Manipulating the list, not string, list. So we will manipulate the list. So for manipulating we have the functions. So let me first create one list, that is numbers, and then I will write some elements in that. 2, 7, 4, 3, 5, 11 and 13. Now let's do append in there. Numbers dot append, and then I will write as 7. First of all, let me comment this all the things here, and now I will write the things again below, so that only the proper output of this thing will come. So now we will append the list. We will write here append 7. What it will do? It will just add one more element after this 13. So if you want to add more element in the list, then you will use this append function. First of all, we will print the list without appending it, means without adding anything else, and afterwards we will print it by appending it. So let's see the output. So without appending it was showing like this, and after appending means adding one thing more, it is showing like this. So append functions add one more thing in the list. So now you know how to append the list, how to insert one element in the list. Now if you want to insert at the particular position, like I want to insert at the third position, this is 0 1 2 3, this third position. So how I will insert it? So for that we have insert function. Like I will add the list name first, numbers dot insert, and then we will first of all specify the index of the element, that is 3 0 1 2 3. 3 is the index, the position or location, and then the element that we want to insert. I want to insert there 35. So now let's see what is the output, if is 35 inserted or not. So let's see, is 35 inserted or not. So you can see it here, yes, at the place of 3, 35 is inserted. So to insert at the particular position, we use insert function. And now if we want to remove any element, then what we will do? So we will use a remove function. We will use remove function, and then we will write it here 13. Let me write it 13 so that we can remove this 13 from the list. So let me run this. So sorry, I have to print also. So let me print it here. Now let's see it is removed or not. So yes, now 13 is removed from here. You can see it here. So to remove the item from the list, we use a list dot remove, means name of the list dot remove. So I written there numbers dot remove, and then that number name. You can also do it with strings. I'm doing it with the numbers. You can do it also with the strings. So this is the concept of list. So what is the sum of these things? The list is a collection of items, and the items have the different data types. It is not same data type. You can use the different data types for that. Other than that, you can add in the list, you can delete, you can insert. There are different functions in the list, and you can also slice the list according to your wish. So these are the concepts of the list. So next we will cover is tuples.